K for K Books Publishing presents The Adventures of Sir Locke the Gnome, Books 1 through 6. Written by Martin Klubeck. Narrated by Robert Feifar. Sir Locke the Gnome Mysteries presents Book Number 1, A Case of Cranks and Pranks, by Latswin Gilshire, Cleric. Forgive me for taking license with my good friend's stature, but I find it impossible to leave off his title of Sir. I freely admit that it was a few years after this, his first case, in 842 D.E., that he actually was knighted by the great gnome King Merrior. Lest you misunderstand, to be knighted by the gnome king is the equivalent of receiving the key to the city. It's still an honor, and I refuse to ignore his title for the benefit of a more accurate historical telling. I offer this explanation because I am sure that my good friend Sir Locke would disapprove of this, as he prefers accuracy in all things. It was the 3rd spring of the 2nd century of the great gnome King Merrior's reign. A beautiful Dragost spring. Sir Locke was in his senior year at Bardic Academy of Arts and Music, while I was just starting my 2nd year as an apprentice cleric. We were to meet at his mother's hovel so we could celebrate his upcoming graduation and the upcoming spring equinox. The weekend was before us, not to be wasted. "Locke, look what they've done!" his mother exclaimed. She was on her knees in the backyard, tending her garden. She held a small trowel in her hand, and she pointed it at her flowers. "All of us young gnomes had a crush on Sir Locke's mother when we were growing up, and she was still what they called a nooker." "Who did what?" I asked. "Those elk. They ate 6 of my best flowers." I shook my head sympathetically. Elk could be such a nuisance to the gardener. My friend made a cursory examination, most likely to appease his mother, and shook his head in commiserate agreement. I smiled at her and waved goodbye, then jogged to catch up to Sir Locke. He had a habit of walking with a purpose, even if there was none to be found. When I caught up with him, he decided to quiz me. "So, how many elk do you think there were?" he asked. We had a nice jaunt ahead of us, and I was wary that he might be trying to find a way to have me buy the first round of drinks at the tavern.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?